Hello, people. This is Ready Rob Boxing Talk. Today, I'm here to talk about the masterclass performance Terrence Bud Crawford put on last night. I cannot believe what I seen last night. Errol Spence is a true warrior. I'm not on here to bash him. I appreciate both men for going out there, giving us they all. Um, Terrence Crawford showed he was the better man all the way around. There was really nothing that Errol Spence could do with Terrence Crawford last night. Errol Spence definitely was not the same fighter that I'm actually used to seeing. Like everything he was trying to impose, Crawford had an answer for. Like I said before, I said Terrence Crawford, man, he put on a hell of a masterclass performance last night. When I say it was nothing that Errol Spence could do, it was nothing he can do. I kind of felt bad. I feel like the fight should have been stopped. Probably like the fifth, sixth round. It was really over. It was just getting destroyed. And Errol Spence, I'm still a fan of Errol Spence. You know, I was a fan of Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, if you see my videos, I always praise Crawford. I always praised him. But you know, in a big fight, you just gotta pick a side. You know, and I was with EJ since day one. Win or lose, I said I'm rocking with EJ. I'm not one of them people that switch sides because somebody lose. Nah, I'm still an EJ fan. If they fight again, I'm still going for EJ. Um, until he retire, you know. I love Bud Crawford, you know. I wouldn't bet against Bud Crawford, you know. Now everybody trying to bring up Jerron Ennis, man. I don't really think nobody can see Bud Crawford after that performance last night. I believe Jerron Ennis is a great fighter, but I don't think nobody's seeing Bud Crawford. He's the best fighter to ever live, in my opinion. Two-time welterweight, the first time ever. Man, he's the best fighter walking on this planet right now. Number one pound for pound. I always gave Terrence Crawford his credit. I never discredit Crawford. I just picked a side. I always just picked a side. I never discredited him. If you go watch my videos, I always praise what he accomplished. I always say he was a great fighter. I always said that he had the possibility to beat Errol Spence. I always said that. I said he was gonna have to knock Errol Spence out, and he actually knocked Errol Spence out, TKO. And I knew what he had to do to win, and he definitely did it. And I said by 10 or 9, it's gonna be over. I said it was in Spence's way, but shit, it was the other way. So at the end of the day, the better man won. I'm not here to bash no fighter, you know. They both warriors. Errol Spence didn't give up. The ref stopped the fight. I believe Derrick James should have threw in the towel a little bit earlier because Errol Spence took a lot of damage. He took a lot of damage last night, and it was brutal. Terrence Crawford was sharp. When I say he was sharp, man, the way he was, all his shit was short. Spence opening up, he was staying short. It's like they planned to catch him in between shots. And that's what's happened. That's what happened all night. That's why Terrence Crawford said in the press conference, when you start getting hit with shit that you don't see, Terrence Crawford knows something that we didn't know. He knew that he was the stronger fighter. He knew that he was the faster fighter. He knew he was the most skilled and athletic fighter. We all knew that. We all knew that. But we always hell bent on the basic fundamentals, and we was overlooking Terrence Crawford fundamentals. He showed that he can fight in the inside, he can fight on the outside, and he had a masterful, I'm talking about strong jab. It was crazy. He was busting him up. He dropped him with a jab. A 2 and a jab. 2-1. He, man, Terrence Crawford is the greatest fighter to ever live, man. I don't even believe Floyd can fuck with that man. Off that performance, I say Floyd in his prime, though. Floyd in his prime probably can get with him, though. Floyd in his prime probably get with him, but I think he got too much power in both hands, man. He's a dangerous man, man. Terrence Bud Crawford showed that he's the #1 pound for pound. Great. He's a great. He's a legend. Hall of Famer. I give him all the credit and praise, man. I never betted against Terrence Crawford. I never went against Terrence Crawford until he fought Errol Spence. I always been a fan. I always liked the Terrence Crawford. I always did, but sometimes you just gotta pick a side, you know? And I hated that I had to pick a side, and I hated that somebody had to lose, but the better man won. And I take my hat off to Terrence Bud Crawford. I take my hat off to Errol Spence Jr., man. Y'all gave us a big fight. The fight didn't live up to the expectations of the outcome. But it definitely was sold. Everybody tuned in on this fight. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence put on. And the better man won, man. Bud Crawford. He made me a believer. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And all along, I was wrong. I never discredit that man on who he faced or none of that. I always said I'm going to give that man his credit and what he accomplished in the game. And last night he showed that he was always overlooked. He was always doubted. And hey, he proved everybody wrong. Now we making a video to give him his respect. And I want to congratulate the whole Team Bud camp. You guys did a hell of a job with that man. Y'all created a killer. Y'all created a great Bomac. Them goddamn Cheetos, them goddamn steaks and shit. That shit work. Hey, that work. All that shit don't matter. Y'all produced a goddamn superstar, a legend, a Hall of Famer. Y'all created a GOAT out of Omaha, Nebraska. He the biggest name out of Omaha, Nebraska. He the talk of the world right now. That man is world class. 2-time undisputed. He said he going up to 54. He said he gonna be a 3-time. And the way it's looking, it don't look like ain't nobody listen. I never seen Terrence Crawford perform that good. He rose to the occasion. I never seen him perform that good. That was a whole different Terrence Bud Crawford. That was a focused Terrence Bud Crawford. That was the best I ever seen. And he did it to somebody that we looked up to in Errol Spence. One of the best welterweights in the game still. I'm not taking credit from Errol Spence Jr. He's still one of the best welterweights still. Errol Spence had an off night. It was all about who showed up that night. I said, may the best man win. It's all about who gonna show up that night. Terrence Crawford showed up. He showed up and he was the better man. And he came out with his hand rose. I guess they was gonna be dancing. So his mama brought her dancing shoes. I cannot believe what my eyes seen last night. Master class performance. I wonder what y'all think about the fight last night. Um, woo-wee. It was sad. It was a sad for Errol Spence. It was just sad because he had no answer. First round, he did decent. But once he got hit in that second round, it changed the momentum and Terrence Bud Crawford smelled blood. Terrence Crawford was shocked how easy it was. He said, man, when I say Terrence Blood Crawford was throwing in between Errol Spence shots and catching him on the counters, right hands all night, it was just brutal. Errol Spence is a tough competitor. He got off the canvas 3 times and was still stepping. You had to kill Errol Spence before he give up. If it weren't for the ref, he would have took a beating for 12 rounds. And I wish that they stopped the fight earlier, 5 or 6. It was really over. It was really over. I know we all was hoping and wishing that he could turn the fight around, but it was no answer. We was calling for it, but it was no answer. It's crazy. You know, I lost a few bets, but that come with the game. And I'm not one of them bitter people. I'm okay with the outcome because I support both fighters. I support both fighters. I watched the fight, so at the end of the day, I supported both fighters. I just had to pick a side, and the closer it got to the fight, I felt like when I seen Errol Spence, it was just a worry on his face. It wasn't. It just he just looked like someone wasn't right. And when I looked at Terrence Bud Crawford, he looked at focus. He looked like he was ready for the moment, and he actually was ready for the moment. Errol Spence had an off night, and you cannot have an off night in boxing, or things like this happen. So, with that being said, Terrence Crawford is a 2-time welterweight undisputed champion. He will go down in the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest welterweights. Matter of fact, one of the greatest boxers to ever live. What he did last night will be talked about for decades. Terrence Crawford is an animal from Omaha, Nebraska. That guy is unbelievable. I will never bet against him versus anybody. He beat my man, so he get all my respect. Still an Errol Spence fan until he retire. As far as a rematch, I don't believe we need a rematch because it was clearly one-sided. It was clearly one-sided. So, with that being said, There's no need for a rematch. There's no need. And the look on my face is, I'm appalled. I'm appalled. Because sometimes what you don't see coming put you in shock. I was shocked to see what I seen last night. Because I never seen Errol Spence in that position. And Terrence Crawford showed why he's different. Why he's the better fighter. Terrence Crawford showed that politics is a big factor in boxing. Politics is watering down boxing. Not to take any credit from Errol Spence, but Crawford showed that most of these guys are built to be who they are. Terrence Crawford showed that he is who he is. And he always said, I don't want to be nobody else but Terrence Bud Crawford. So, when you talk about motivation from all the doubt and all the hate, and I told somebody, I'm not a Terrence Crawford hater. It's just that I got to pick a side. Just because I feel like Errol Spence gonna beat Terrence Crawford don't mean I'm a Terrence Crawford hater. Just like y'all pick Terrence Crawford to beat Errol Spence, that don't mean y'all a hater. Y'all gotta pick y'all side. So at the end of the day, when it comes to boxing, you can't say, oh, they all just hating. No, because everybody have their prediction. That's what make boxing a beautiful thing, a beautiful sport, because we all got our opinions. Just because we got an opinion don't mean our opinion is true. It doesn't mean our opinion is true. So at the end of the day, you can't get off in your feelings and be like, oh, you a Terrence Crawford hater because you talking about Errol Spence finna do this and do that. No, that's just what we think. That's our assessment. But that's your prediction. That don't mean that you a hater, bro. You just gotta pick a side. I picked Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford came on top. And I'm gonna praise that man. I was always a Terrence Crawford fan. But in a big fight, you gotta pick a side. And I picked my side. Terrence Crawford, he showed that he's the GOAT. This is the Terrence Crawford era. The era. This Terrence Crawford era, I don't see nobody beating him. After that performance he put on last night, I believe that it's only gonna make him better. It's only gonna make him hungrier because